Hello? Yeah, that works. Our phone line must not be working because it wouldn't dial you guys. One of them call Spectrum or yeah, not just Jab, but who's their phone provider, Tom River?
I think so. Spectrum.
Yeah, because it wasn't dialing. Well, call Jazz worked, but it wasn't dialing at all. It never did the thing at all. It said it was dialing and it was disconnected. All right, are you Chancellor Krebs?
Yes.
Recording in progress.
Okay, this is case number 22 CR 008. State of Ohio versus Chancellor S. Krebs. Krebs is appearing by Zoom from jail. Krebs, you were indicted by the grand jury on February the 1st on 2 counts. One grand theft of motor vehicle and 1 count of aggravated possession of a fentanyl-related compound. It alleges that on or about December 28, 2020, Huntington County, Ohio, and as a continuing course of criminal conduct in Ross County, Ohio, you did with purpose of the crime and for a driver the other property only obtained or control over in a 2004 Chevy truck without her consent. In count 2 alleges on or about the same date, same location that she normally obtained, possessed, or used fentanyl, which is a schedule 2 controlled substance. So that's aggravated possession of a fentanyl-related compound. Now, you are entitled to have an attorney in this matter, and if you can't afford to hire an attorney, the court will appoint one for you. And I believe that you have filled out a financial disclosure form. Is everything on that form correct?
Yes.
All right. When's the last time you were employed, Mr. Krebs?
I think it was March 2019.
All right. All right, the court then will find that you are entitled to appoint counsel, and let's see, Mr. Kirk represented you in the municipal court, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Court will appoint Mr. Kirk to represent you, and in the absence of counsel, I'll enter not guilty plea on your behalf. The court will set your bail review hearing for Friday, the 4th of February at 1:30 p.m. That will be by Zoom. Your first pre-trial will be February the 16th at 1 o'clock p.m. That will be by Zoom. Final pre-trial will be March the 2nd at 1 o'clock p.m. That also will be by Zoom. At this point, we may be back in full time by then, but we'll wait and see. Trial date will then be March the 21st at 8 a.m. That will be, of course, in person. All right, bond will be set the amount of $10,000 plus your own recognizance, which is your promise to appear. And if you fail to appear, then you could be prosecuted for an additional felony and if convicted, sentenced on that, regardless of acts in this case. If you do make bond, Mr. Krebs, you'll be under pretrial supervision of the probation department at 117 East Main Street. You're required to report to them immediately upon your release. Then once a week, 4 weeks, and after that, as they determine under the random drug testing that I order, by current phone numbers for home, cell, and employer. If recommended for, I have no contact with the alleged victim. If recommended by probation, you'll be evaluated for substance abuse and mental health issues, and if treatments indicated, you'll enroll in and complete that as recommended. You'll be under house arrest at your residence, which is that 7225.5 West Road.
Well, that's my mailing address, I went to put down.
Okay, where would you be living physically?
My mom's in the process of moving, she's moving somewhere else, the address is somewhere else, in Clinton County. I know she'll be moved out by March 1st, I didn't think I'd be out here by then, so I put my mailing address.
All right, well, we'll put that to be determined if you do make bond. And if you do, you'll be under house arrest at that residence, meaning you have to be at all times unless you're working, going to and from work, medical appointments, court proceedings, and this or any other case, appointments with an attorney or probation officer, and this or any other case, or attend any kind of schooling, job training, educational programming, church services. Now, your mother is Angela Schreiber, is she?
Yes.
Well, there's an order, part of your bond is you can't have any contact with her, so you won't be living with her. So that, because she's a victim in this case, so that, you'll have to find an alternate location there. All right, we'll notify your attorney of his appointment, and like I said, we'll be having a Zoom during Friday afternoon to review the matter of bond at that time. We can talk to your attorney about that.
Judge, there was a note on that file regarding Mr. Kirk, I believe.
Oh, there is?
Might be on the front.
Oh, okay. I see here Mr. Kirk's not in position to take the case, so, I'll appoint attorney William Armtrout instead. All right, so we'll notify Mr. Armtrout, and then we'll have that hearing, as I said, on Friday afternoon. You have any questions, Mr. Krebs?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we have a retirement up there. We should be just, so, we let it fire, they, you know, fire handy. All right, are you John Richards?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is case number 22 CR 11, State of Ohio versus John E. Richards. Mr. Richards is appearing by Zoom from the jail. You were indicted by the grand jury yesterday, Mr. Richards, on aggravated possession of fentanyl-related compound and aggravated possession of methamphetamine. The indictment alleges in count 1 that on or about June 29, 2021, in Highland County, Ohio, you knowingly possessed fentanyl-related compound, and in count 2 alleges on or about the same day, you knowingly possessed, obtained or used methamphetamine. So both of those well, count 1 is a felony 4-3, count 2 is a felony 5-3. 4-3 felonies carry possible prison term between 6 and 18 months and a fine of $5,000, and 5-3 felonies carry possible prison term between 6 to 12 months and a fine of $2,500. Both involve possible license suspensions of 6 months to 5 years. Now, you're entitled to have an attorney to represent you in this matter. And if you can't afford to hire one, the court will appoint one for you. And I see that you did fill out a financial disclosure form. Is everything on this correct? Can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when's the last time you were employed, Mr. Richards?
November, when I was very first locked up here.
And all right. Well, the court will find that you are entitled to appointed county now, or appointed counsel. Is this the first time you've been in court on this charge?
Yes, sir.
All right. And are you being held on any other charges right now?
Right now, I'm here on municipal on a $1,500 bond. I've been here since October 17th, and then I'm also here on a breaking and entering. I've been held here until
Okay.
17th of February, prior to 17th of February.
Well, if it's breaking and entering, it'd be a preliminary hearing, wouldn't it?
Excuse me.
If it's breaking and entering, that's a felony, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that'd be a fine over that, I would guess, a preliminary hearing. Who's your attorney on those cases out there?
Catherine Howard.
All right. Court will appoint Ms. Hacker then to represent you and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Have you been convicted of a felony before?
Previously, about 16 years ago,
All right.
I signed a plea bargain for the breaking and entering when I go to court on the 17th floor for drug court treatment.
Oh, okay, so you have that case pending here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't remember, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's all I need to know. I'm looking at something here. Okay. Well, see, the prosecutor's recommendation should be released on the oath and cause consulting on these charges, so I'll go ahead and grant us because you're testing on others. So that's your promise to appear. If you fail to appear, then you could be prosecuted for an additional felony. If you are released before this case is complete, then you are reported to probation department at 117 Main Street to be on pretrial supervision. During the pendency of this action, we're required to report to them once a week, 4 weeks after that as they determine. Undergo a drug test in May order, provide phone number from home self-employer. Recommend my probation be evaluated for substance use, mental health issues, make sure indicated in the role and fall after a period of this action. Also be under house arrest at your residence. And what would be your residence? Your residence, you list on your forms and waiting for.
It'd be 17890 Gaucher Road, Williamsburg, Ohio.
What is the name of that road?
Gaucher.
How do you spell it?
Gauche.
Okay.
That's Williamsburg, Ohio.
All right.
Ohio.
Okay. I can tell you now that you're not eligible for drug court because you don't live in Highland County or adjacent county. So I don't know what's going to happen with your case when you come up in 17, but that's just one of the eligibility requirements. All right, now you'll be first free trial will be set for February the 16th at 1:30 p.m. by Zoom. And so if you do make one, we need to get if you've got an email and a cell phone there, give the deputy so they can give it to us for contact information.
I can give my wife's number.
All right, give that to them and then they'll send it up to us. So if you're out on the phone, we'll need to be able to make arrangements to be able to appear. Final pre-trial will be March 16 at 1:30 p.m. and your trial date will be set for April 11 at 8 a.m. All right, and we'll notify your attorney then of this case. Do you have any questions, Mr. Richard?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay. All right. Deputy Brown, after we get done with, this is, Ms. Midkiff.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then after we get done with Mrs. Hornby, we are going to need to have Mr. Willis in because, we called, Mr. Satina, he has not retained his own attorney, so we'll still have to go ahead and bring him in.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, case number 2022 CR 17, State of Ohio versus Julia Midkiff. You're Julia Ann Midkiff.
Julia Nicole Midkiff, yeah.
They call you what?
Julia Nicole Midkiff, yeah.
Midkiff, okay. All right, Ms. Midkiff, you were indicted by the grand jury yesterday on 2 charges. The first one is burglary. And alleges that on about August 26th of last year, you did by forced self-deception, knowingly trespass in a occupied structure, a permanent temporary habitation of Gwen Yancey, who was either present or likely to be present, and that would be a second-degree felony. It carries a possible prison term between 2 and 8 years as set by the judge as a minimum, and a maximum of up to half of the term set by the judge as a maximum, so that could be anywhere from 3 to 16 years. There's also a fine of up to $15,000.
What is it?
Pardon me?
What is it again, 16 years?
Could be, yeah, the maximum prison term, I'm not 16, 12. Maximum term that the judge has said is 8 years, and then the parole authority can hold you to another half that, so that'd be 12 years. The minimum is 2 years, and half of that is 1, so the minimum could be anywhere between, would be 3 years, and the maximum could be 12 years. That's the maximum possible. That doesn't mean that's what will happen. That's just a thought. I'm going to explain things to you. Don't get hung up on that right now, all right? And a fine of $15,000. Now, count 2 alleges theft. It alleges on about August 26th of last year, you totally obtained or exerted control over the property of Gwen Yancey without consent. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, and if convicted, carries a possible jail term of up to 180 days and a fine of $1,000. Now, you are entitled to have an attorney in this case, and if you don't have the funds to hire one, the court will appoint one for you. And I see you have filled out a financial disclosure form. Is everything on this form correct?
Yeah. I have a mother that stayed down there. I know I have to explain, okay.
Yeah, you don't need to explain, I'm just asking you a question. Is it correct, the information on this form?
Yeah.
Alright, when was the last time you were employed?
What?
When was the last time you were employed?
I write books. I write music.
So you've never had a job, you've been self-employed?
I had a job.
When was the last time you had a job?
In
Alright.
I don't remember the year in December of 2015.
Alright. Alright, the court then find that you are entitled to appointed counsel. Have you been in court on this charge before?
Yeah, I've been in that court.
Okay, on this charge?
No.
Okay. So you don't have an attorney, you've never talked to an attorney about this case before? Okay. Right, the court will appoint Attorney Jacob Wagner to represent you and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. We will set a bail review hearing on this case for Friday, 4th of February at 1:30 p.m. by Zoom. Your first pre-trial will be February the 16th at 11 a.m. by Zoom. Final pre-trial will be, let's see, when were you arrested on this charge? Just yesterday?
I was in jail, I was in jail, and, in jail.
Where?
I thought that house was Ian's house.
Hey, just answer the question. You wanna hear, you need to listen. Maybe, I'm not sure if you're hearing me correctly. So if you don't hear or understand what I say, then tell me, I'll explain, I'll repeat it. My question is, when did you get arrested on this charge? Yesterday?
Your Honor, she's been here, went through, municipal court and got down there for range of free.
Oh, okay, because I don't have that information in this file. All right. When were you arrested, Ms. Midkiff, originally?
A couple months ago.
All right, looks like December the 7th, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well then we have to do this a little bit more quickly. So, the, yeah, well, we're gonna have to set this, trial on March the 7th, it looks like. Let me look at something.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
She got booked in on December 7th when the, felony charge, municipal court and a misdemeanor charge, municipal court as well. But the misdemeanor has been dismissed.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so we'll set your trial date on, March the 7th. There won't be a final pre-trial, that'll, we'll just have to deal with that on the first pre-trial. That'll be at 8 a.m. Bond will be set in your case, in the amount of, $10,000 plus your own recognizance, which is your promise to appear. And if you fail to appear, you could be prosecuted for an additional felony. You'll have to pay a service fee deposit of $171 prior to release. If you make bail, you'll be under supervision of the probation department, 117 East Main Street. Report to them immediately upon your release. Then you'll be required to report to them once a week for 4 weeks, and after that, as they determine under a random drug testing, they may order. Provide phone numbers for home, cell, employer. Have no contact with the alleged victim. Recommended by probation department, should be evaluated for substance abuse and mental health issues. If any treatments indicated, you must enroll in and complete that and follow that during pendency of this action. Now, you'll also be under house arrest. I see that you're listed currently as homeless. Once you do obtain an address, when you're released, you will be required to be under house arrest at that residence, meaning you have to be there at all times unless you're working, going to and from work, medical appointments, court proceedings in this or any other case. You can also attend any kind of job training, educational programming, anything of that nature. You can also attend church services. Other than that, you have to be there at all times. And if you fail to comply with that, then the court could revoke that bond and have you held in custody until further order of the court. All right. Now, And actually, I'm looking here, your attorney, I see now there is information on the chart, but it's not in the file for some reason. But Ms. Witt, Daniel Witt represents you in the municipal court, remember that? All right, well, I'm gonna appoint her instead of Mr. Ryder, since she's more familiar with the case. So, she'll be appointed as your counselor, and we'll notify her of her appointment. All right, now, do you have any questions, Ms. Midkiff? Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. We'll see you Friday afternoon then. All right, we're gonna set a bail review hearing for you Friday afternoon at, the 4th of February at 1:30 p.m. That'll be a Zoom hearing as well. First pretrial will be February the 16th at 1:00 p.m. That'll be a Zoom hearing. Final pretrial will be, March 16th at 1:00 p.m. by Zoom. And, trial date will be set for April the 11th at 8 a.m. That will be in person. Court will set bail in the amount of $10,000 plus your own recognizance, which is your promise to appear. Fail to appear, you could be prosecuted for an additional felony and if convicted, sentenced on that regardless of acts in this case. You'll be required to pay a deposit for certain statutory required fees of $171 before you're released. You'll be, if you make bond, you'll be under pretrial supervision and probation department, 117 East Main Street. Must report to them immediately upon your release, and then once a week for 4 weeks, and after that, as they determine, undergo any drug testing they may order. Provide phone numbers for homestyle employer. Have no contact with co-defendants, Caleb Leonard or Christopher Owens. Recommended by probation, you'll be evaluated for substance abuse and mental health issues. If any treatment is indicated, you enroll and follow that during pendency of this action. You'll also be under house arrest at your residence, meaning you have to be there at all times, unless you're working, going to and from work, any medical appointments, court proceedings, in this or any other case, or appointments with an attorney or probation officer. And you may attend any kind of a schooling, job training, educational program, or church services. Other than that, you have to be there, I should say, at all times. Do you have any questions, Ms. Hornsby?
So do I have to pay bond to get out, or?
Well, you either have to pay bond or cash or come up with property. One of those three things. All right? Thank you. All right, you're Mr. Willis. All right, case number 22 Sierra 006, State of Ohio versus Harold Henry Willis. Mr. Willis, you were indicted by the grand jury yesterday on 4 counts of rape. All of those were first, well, actually 7 counts of rape. I'm sorry. You'll see the second count there. All first degree felonies. The first count alleges that on or between the period of January 1, 2001 and December 31 of that year, in this county, you engaged in sexual conduct with persons identified by the initials KE.F and IW. Who was not your spouse, was less than 13 years of age, being less than 10 years of age. Count 2 alleges same thing occurred with IW, and the person was under 10 years of age. Count 3 alleges that you committed the same offense on January 1, 2008 through December 31, 2008 with IW and JM, who were less than 13 years of age at the time. Count 4 alleges that you did that act between January 06 and December 31 of 06 in this county with KE.F, and that you compelled that person to submit by force or threat of force. Count 5 alleges between January 1, 2010 and December 31, 2010 in this county engaged in sexual conduct with JM, who's not your spouse, who's less than 13 years of age. Count 6 alleges that between January 1, 2004 and December 31, 2004, you engaged in sexual conduct with JM and IW, and that they were under 10 years of age. And then count 7 alleges that you did the same thing between January 1, 2005 and December 31, 2005. And K, says KK got after he was less than 13 years of age. Now, counts 1, 2, those, all of these first degree felonies, which ordinarily carry a prison term between 3 and 11 years at minimum, and a maximum of additional 50%, but rape of victims under 13 or under 10 have special sentences, and in this case, that could be life without parole, or life with parole after, I believe, 25 and 15 years. And count 3 and 4 also could be life, or not life, it would be, I think it's 10 to life, 10 to life, 15 to life. And then count 5 is would be a first degree felony, 3 the levels I mentioned. Also, you're required to register as a sex offender, so you have some serious offenses here. All right, now I see on your financial disclosure form that you have Attorney William Satina. My Assignment Commissioner contacted Mr. Satina, and he has indicated he has not been retained. So I don't know if you've talked to him or if you think somebody's talked to him, but the fact you talked to him doesn't mean he's an attorney. He's your attorney until he's been paid. Now, are you going to hire your own attorney, or are you asking the court to appoint one for you?
I'm gonna hire him as an attorney for you.
Okay, when do you intend on doing that?
Within the next week.
And you know, has he quoted a fee to you yet? I don't need to know what it is, but has he quoted you a fee?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to be in a position to be able to pay his retainer to get him employed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, well, the court then will go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, since you don't have an attorney. Now, I'm supposed to set a bond review hearing for you within 2 days when I arrange somebody without an attorney, so that they will have the benefit of counsel, but if you're not going to have an attorney for a couple of for a week or so, that's not going to be likely. So I'm going to set that when you retain your counsel. Unless you want to wait and continue this, I could continue this arrangement for a week and see if you want to see if you'll be able to hire him. You want to wait, or do you want to go ahead and have me get everything set here and you go ahead and contact him?
I want to be able to contact him.
All right. Then I'll just go ahead and continue this arrangement then, and we'll reschedule it for next Wednesday. No, I'll be out of town, so it'll be next Thursday. We'll reschedule the hearing, and in the meantime, the bail order from the municipal court will remain in effect. All right, do you have any questions? All right, now, if you don't have an attorney by next Wednesday, I don't know yet what time it's going to be. I'm sorry, next Thursday. Then we're going to go ahead and do it, and I'll just have to appoint an attorney to represent you until you are able to retain counsel. All right, and I don't know what the bond was set, but whatever bond was set originally will continue. All right, thank you.